Slam. The door rattled as a car backfired on the busy Lagos street. Victoria pressed her foot on the brake, heart pounding. She stared at the teenage girl who skated around her car in neon sneakers, whip fast. The girl flipped and cartwheeled off the pavement, landing smack at Victoria's bumper. "What are you doing?" Victoria shouted, fists shaking. "Watch where you drive, Auntie." The girl shoved her phone in Victoria's face. Her dark eyes flashed. Victoria recognized that tone all too well. It was her daughter Madison's best friend, Tiffany, with campus attitude. Minutes earlier, at the Addams family breakfast table, Madison had slammed her plate of spicy jollof rice across the table. "You never listen to me, Mama. You plan my life like a loan officer, not a mother." Victoria had adjusted her Ankara head wrap, lips tight. "I only want what is best for you. Your grades, your future." Madison had stormed out, voice trailing. "You don't get me." Now here was Tiffany, wearing Madison's backpack like a slingshot, glaring at Victoria. "I'll call security," Victoria barked. Tiffany spun away. "Go ahead. You can't even chase me in these heels." She vanished into the crowd. Victoria's chest burned. A bead of sweat trickled down her temple. She slammed the car into drive and roared off, forgetting the small carved earrings in the glove box. A gift from her grandmother Evelyn, bought that morning at Belogan Market. The earrings shimmered with tiny Yoruba masks. That afternoon at Madison's university campus, Madison stormed into the lecture hall, only to find herself facing a sea of unfamiliar faces. The chalkboard read, "Business Ethics." Victoria's first morning in Madison's body was chaos. Waking in a cramped dorm room, she fumbled with glitter makeup and hair extensions. She stared at her reflection, mouth dry. She tried Tiffany's TikTok dance for her physics group, only to trip and fall on her face. Laughter rang out. "Seriously? My mother is embarrassing me." Madison's voice echoed in Victoria's mind as if stolen. Victoria's heart sank. She had never felt such humiliation. At the same time, Madison and Victoria's body marched into the sleek glass towers of her mother's advertising firm. She slipped on her mother's power heels and nearly sprained her ankle. The receptionist's eyes narrowed. "Late again?" Madison fixed her expression. Traffic was... She caught sight of her reflection in the elevator mirror. Her own face, but garbed in a tailored suit and gold watch. Cold fear gripped her chest. In the boardroom, Mr. Carter waited. "Victoria, you have the Johnson account pitch today." Madison swallowed. "Right, the Johnson account." She cleared her throat and began a rambling introduction. The clients exchanged confused glances. The pitch collapsed in awkward silence. Back at home, Grandmother Evelyn sat on the veranda, humming softly. She adjusted her colorful wrapper. A carved necklace lay on her lap, matching the earrings. Evelyn's old eyes glowed. Inside, the real Madison collapsed in tears. Victoria stared at her daughter's phone. Text from Christopher, Madison's boyfriend. "You never even heard me." Victoria's throat tightened. She realized how little she listened to Madison's private world. Meanwhile, Madison trembled in traffic, listening to her mother's voicemail full of work complaints. She had never felt so unappreciated. Both mother and daughter tried to reverse the strange swap. They hunted down the earrings in Grandmother's old teak trunk. They stood in the Belogan Market Bridge under a mango tree at sunset, mimicking the moment the earrings were gifted. But nothing happened. Tiffany barged in at the dorm. "Mads, you have to fix this. You're failing class and your mom is tanking her career." "I have enough drama." Madison blinked tears. "I don't know how to fix it." Victoria slammed her laptop shut at the office. "This is impossible." At night, as rain lashed the window panes, Grandmother Evelyn stirred on her veranda. She whispered into her carved necklace, unseen by mother and daughter behind closed doors. By day 8, both families, Father Richard, Grandmother Evelyn, and Tiffany, stood at a small ceremony in the home courtyard. It was Madison's 19th birthday, postponed twice because of the swap. Victoria, in Madison's body, and Madison, in Victoria's, sat under a bamboo pergola. Guests murmured, "Cake time," Richard announced. A single candle flickered in the rain-kissed light. "Blow it together," Evelyn prompted. Victoria and Madison exchanged a hesitant glance and leaned forward. They blew in unison. The flame danced and died. Suddenly, a soft glow rose from the carved necklace around Evelyn's neck. Her eyes flicked open, sharp as a falcon's. She raised her hand, and the earrings on her ears gleamed like twin stars. Victoria and Madison gasped as they clutched their chests. Light burst around them. When the glow faded, Victoria found herself in her own body. She sat up, breath trembling. Next to her, Madison tapped her cheek. She was back too. Relief flooded their hearts. Evelyn stood and held up her hand. You both have grown too far apart. This was not accident. It was a lesson. Victoria's eyes filled. Grandma? Madison's voice cracked. You did this? Evelyn smiled, wrinkles folding like story pages. I bought these earrings and this necklace from a wise woman at market. She said they carry the spirit of understanding. I prayed for you two to walk in each other's shoes. You needed to learn respect. Madison reached for her mother's hand. I'm sorry, Mama. I never knew your world was so hard. Victoria hugged her. And I'm sorry I never saw how lonely you felt. Guests wept softly as the two embraced under the courtyard lights. Tiffany stepped forward, holding Madison's favorite crimson velvet diary. Happy birthday, Mads. Madison smiled through tears. Thank you, Tiff. The storm clouds parted, silver moonlight pouring onto the courtyard. A faded rainbow arced across the gray sky. The air smelled of wet earth and fresh beginnings. As everyone joined in singing Happy Birthday, Evelyn dipped into her pocket and pulled out the carved necklace. She hesitated, then placed it carefully on a low shelf in the old living room. No longer needed. Just then, the wind rustled the bamboo leaves, and the necklace glowed faintly one last time. Madison saw it and whispered, Grandma, is it still working? Evelyn winked, her eyes twinkling mischievously. A little magic never hurts. And in that moment, mother and daughter realized that understanding each other was only the beginning of their new journey. One bound not by magic alone, but by love and shared dreams. Or perhaps just the start.